The B-side in boxing.
B-side shit.
B-side.
B-side and the B-side.
You got a B-side.
The B-side.
B-side. B-side.
B-side.
That B-side thing.
This is the B-Sides Boxing Podcast.
I did watch that fight last night, and it is certified exciting.
Okay. I'll have to find the copy.
You should find a picture of, I get their names backwards, Wardley, I think it is.
Yeah, Fabian
His
Wardley.
nose just got erased. You know when their nose is so broken, it's like just flat?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wardley's nose got erased during that fight. It's the first time... it's the it's the first time I've seen them have the doctor check a nose.
Mikey Garcia versus Orlando Salido. It's the first time I saw that. But I haven't seen it since.
I don't think I've seen that fight.
Haven't seen it happen since.
Are we jumping into it? I don't know why every time I minimize Teams my phone, it just kicks me from the call. It's weird.
Probably has to be set to run in the background.
We weren't actually starting.
Nah.
Drip, sorry. I was just talking.
Right.
You should find the replay. Last night there was an okay copy up on YouTube of the full fight.
What's the other dude's name?
Oh.
Fabio Wardley.
Something Clark.
Frazier and Clark, I think, or
Frazier Clark, yeah, I think.
Frazier. That's what it was.
Trying to see this nose removal.
It was pretty gross. Honestly, I thought that was grosser than all the blood in the other fight.
Wait, that Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, both must pass an EKG and EEG.
Let's start doing the thing because we're starting to eke into it. All right.
Yeah, I just read it. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, B-sides boxing. I actually renamed it to Boxing B-sides for search algorithm purposes. But
fair.
Whatever, we're here and we're here to talk box. Let's get right in. Drip Nada, the fucking band's all here. We're here to party.
Oh, yeah.
So first things first, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. There's a very special rule set that came out for this one. It's no judges and no scoring. Not even like the ref points thing. The only way someone can win is by knockout, 2-minute rounds, and 16-ounce gloves. And they both have to have their brains scanned before they lace up.
I thought EKG was a heart scan.
That too. Awesome.
Oh.
Hearts.
Yeah.
Minds.
EEG is the brain scan. EKG is the heart scan.
Fun. So there you go. That's the rules. No winner without a KO. 16-ounce gloves. 2-minute rounds. Is that possible?
I mean, you can make anything happen in boxing. The rules are agreed upon by all parties. It happens.
All of the fights this weekend definitely is a testament to you can make anything happen. It was a wild fucking weekend.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't think Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson should be a regular boxing match.
At this point,
I'm perfectly happy for them to make it just an exhibition thing like this.
Yeah, it's fine. Drip, do you want any more lashings in public square for Jake Paul?
No, recently people have left me alone, thankfully. They haven't asked me about it. I'll be honest, I'm just going to stand my ground where I said I'm not going to watch this. I'm still not going to watch this, especially now.
You're not going to watch your boy, Jake Paul?
not my boy. I do have a Paul boy, but not him.
All right.
I think it's just a little silly. I mean, I kind of called 2-minute rounds from the get-go. I figured that much, but the no judges is no scoring is kind of weird. And then the EKG and the EEG part is also odd. Is that just for Mike Tyson or for both of them?
Both of them have to undergo the tests. I'm assuming this is for the sake of Mike Tyson, to make sure that he's healthy enough.
Actually, I watched a snippet at work a few hours ago. I know you watch UFC, so Colby Covington was like on an interview, and they were asking about the fight, and he was like, he just said pretty much it's a stupid fight, doesn't want to see it because, yeah, 58-year-old Mike Tyson, who's gonna fight Jake Paul, having every chemical being pumped into him, like from the Rocky movie, fighting Drago, and at 58 years old, like Mike Tyson, he might suffer a brain bleed, like his heart might, do something bad. But the fight just sounds like a terrible idea.
Do you think they're actually gonna go that hard?
I think they're setting it up so that they don't necessarily have to.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, I still kind of hope Mike Tyson just muscle memories and fucking KOs Jake Paul. That would be awesome. But
then we'd have to spend a while consoling Drip if his boy gets knocked out.
No, please.
Worth it.
Leave me alone.
I would take that hit. I would console Drip.
I'm having one of those moments. The worst person you know just made a good point. I don't particularly care for Colby Covington, but it's completely unrelated to fighting, so whatever. But that's enough Jake Paul talk. This is just making it more of a clown show.
I am glad that they are actually seriously trying to make sure that nobody dies.
Yeah.
If you're going to pull out these ancient boxers, at least take their health into consideration. I think it's good. Don't have the fight in the first place, but
if you're going to, you better take all the precautions at least. Yeah. All right, the Zurdo Goulamirian card.
I didn't watch this card at all.
Yeah,
I just missed it.
I didn't watch it all either.
You didn't really miss a whole lot. Alexis Rocha versus Frederick Lawson. Like, what? Are we still pretending that Alexis Rocha's good? I don't think so. I don't think we should be. But Zurdo has the WBA title, first ever Mexican Cruiserweight champion. He apparently plans to try and unify some belts before I think he said he was thinking of moving up.
Moving up.
So that's fun.
Good luck.
Right. So for Zurdo here, I think this is a good spot for him. He has enough clout, I guess, to use that word. He has enough clout that he can bring some shine to cruiserweight. Opataya is solid. The other two, I'm trying to think of who Billum Smith is ass. So there you go for that.
I was gonna say I think he could probably take Smith's belt.
And same with the WBC dude. I forget his name. He's I think
Noel Gavor.
Is that him? Oh.
Yeah, I pulled up the Wikipedia. I did not know that off the top of my head. He is apparently Armenian German.
All right.
I don't recognize him.
Well, yeah, Zurdo has the fame to entice them into fighting him.
So, yeah, nobody in the top 4 of the Ring Magazine has a belt. So
yeah, Opataya is solid though, so that I think that would be the fight to make.
They have Badu Jack at 4.
Is he still fighting? I don't think he is.
I don't know. I'm just looking at Wikipedia.
Well, there you go. Zurdo. He's starting to become more. He's being himself a little bit more. Like his post-fight interview was really funny. There wasn't, because he speaks English well enough, they didn't have a translator there. So they asked him, you're moving up from 175. So you're coming into the ring with a guy who is he's a bit bigger than you just naturally, but he's also seasoned at this weight, whereas you're not. So how do you confront something like that? And his first thing was like, "I'm a big boy, I'll be fine." Like that's good. And then he started going off in Spanish, which was fun because it wasn't translated at all. And he said, it's like, I just have really big balls, just like every other Mexican warrior has. I can't help myself. Somebody has something I want, then I'm going to go take it. And then he finished off with, yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought. It was, it was what I expected. I'm like, wow, we just missed all of that. If you don't know Spanish, you just missed a whole lot of fun stuff that he was saying.
It's gotta be really hard to do interviews in not your native language.
Yeah, especially after a really physically taxing situation like boxing.
Yeah, and getting punched in the head a bunch.
Right. I used to run. I used to be in track and field at a high-ish level when I was a lot younger, and that was something like just trying to talk after running, like after sprints, is fucking hard. God, imagine hard exercise for 45 minutes and then try to speak a different language
while you're mildly concussed.
Yes. Yeah, mildly concussed at the least.
Happy Easter.
Yeah, yes, actually, good one, Drip. Speaking of Happy Easter, PBC. PBC on Prime debuts in Vegas at the T-Mobile. So, from the bottom up, this card was amazing. No filler, all fucking fantastic. Carmel Moten is how you pronounce it, apparently. Gets the UD over Anthony Cuba. Is a 7-0-2. Actually, really solid prospect. I think he's one of Robert Garcia's kids. So that's actually a really good win for Carmel. But a good thing, I think, is he was coming in with this air of being an untouchable prospect, like the Floyd Mayweather 2.0, that type of stuff. And he looked human here. I think that's really good that he's tempered expectations, so he's not going to have the same level of scrutiny applied to his fights from here going forward, I think, anyway. But yeah, did you guys catch Carmel?
I did watch this one, but that was the 6 a.m. for me. I'm in the same boat as Drip. I know I watched it, but I don't remember what happened.
All right, it's fine. It was his second fight or third fight, so there's still plenty of Carmel to see.
I think I started watching at a JCM.
Man, I keep wanting to call him Carmelo because I don't remember where it was, but people kept saying Carmelo. I think it was a play on Canelo, and I didn't know that Carmel is his actual name. All right. Sergey Bohachuk gets the interim WBC title by beating the fucking Christ out of Brian Mendoza. Oh, man. It was hard to watch. Brian, too tough for his own good. Somebody should have pulled that. It looked like he had both sides of his jaw broken. The way his face was swollen up.
It was such a mess.
It was really
gross.
bad. Yeah. I want Brian to continue to have success, but if that's the price that he's going to have to continue paying, this isn't going to be. He's burning the candle at both ends here. It's not going to go well for him if he keeps doing this.
Yeah.
But Bohachuk, he's been one of those dudes, been grinding for a long time. I think he's signed with 360 Promotions. Tom Loeffler used to promote at K2 with the Klitschko brothers and Triple G, and so he's been like their crown jewel, and I'm really happy for him to finally see him getting into. I guess it was supposed to be a vacant title that got, the whole shit that got moved around. But he's lined up for one, so I'm happy for him. I think pre-pandemic, I used to contract photographers to go to his fights. It was a lot of fun getting to see his growth.
Yeah, I enjoyed that fight, other than, somebody should have stopped it. But It was exciting. Boachuk looked good.
He did. I think he has the one loss that he had was another situation where he was. It was kind of like his fight with Brian Mendoza. He's cruising to a win, and then he gets a little, overextends, and he gets caught. So, not too much you can fault him for, but he seems to have tightened it up because he took some pretty good shots from Mendoza a couple of times.
Yeah.
All right. JC Martinez, the WBC flyweight champion, majority decision over Angelina Cordova. They made it very clear that's how you say it.
But his first name is Angelino.
Yes. And Angeli, no title for you, buddy.
This is a banger fight.
It was a lot of fun. JC Martinez decided to be himself.
Which is great.
It's
always exciting.
It's very entertaining to watch with the whole time. It's like, holy shit, man. Like you're letting he is racking up points on you. Like, what are you doing? But it's
called showmanship, Leo. Come on.
Oh, that's right. I'm Captain Casual. What the fuck do I know?
Damn.
It's on somewhere on Instagram. There was a post asking describe Lomachenko in 5 words. I said very talented, but kind of overrated. No kidding. Seconds after I put that, somebody says casual spotted. Within seconds, no shit, seconds. And so I just.
How do you know, buddy? I run a podcast.
So I replied like. That's what I've been saying in Discord. But so I said back like, thanks for proving my point. Just someone even suggesting the possibility that he's not like a god of boxing, and you're coming out of your skin. But whatever. I'm super casual. Casually started a podcast because I watch a disgusting amount of boxing every week.
Yeah, but Martinez was being Martinez, which is always exciting.
Back to the topic at hand.
I want to hit a nerve. I would definitely hit a nerve.
No, the Captain Casual is a title I'm going to wear proudly.
I mean, listen, you're on a podcast.
Yeah, that's fine. It's the Captain Casual Boxing Podcast. It's fine.
You should make a t-shirt.
Good God, that's brilliant. Yes, I'm going to do that.
Captain. That's just like a dad shirt, though.
It is.
I guess it fits better with your MMA podcast, but...
kind of. All right, Martinez.
Ooh.
I think it was the 2 knockdowns in 1 round that made this a lot more competitive, or as far as the cards go, than I think in-ring performances went, because Cordova was doing really well sticking and moving and keeping Martinez at the end of his jab, not being drawn into engagements too much, enough,
which
apparently to keep
really,
Martinez in the fight.
Really annoyed Martinez.
It sure did. He sure had an issue with that.
Pissed.
Yeah, he was very upset with Cordova's making faces at him while he's moving around him and punching him, and there's nothing he can do about it. Yeah, have you considered boxing? That's a good one.
I enjoyed it though.
Yes,
I thought it was great.
Yeah,
and I'm glad Martinez won.
It was good.
Yeah, I'm happy Martinez.
He'll keep being himself.
He's good for divisions like this that don't get a whole lot of shine, but characters like this make it better. Trip, this is the one where you started, right? Did you come in like midway or something, or where were you at?
For JCM?
Yeah,
I think it was like midway through it.
All right. I think then you missed the knockdowns, but otherwise, same story of the fight that you saw in the beginning?
The knockdowns, I think, both were in round 2.
That sounds about right.
Because they were discussing whether there was a 3 knockdown rule for the round. Like, there was still time left when the second one happened.
There is no 3 knockdown rule. It's been the unified rules for a long time.
I don't know. The commentators don't know.
That's ridiculous. Oh, who was commentating? Goosen? You fucking moron. You should know better.
I don't know their names. I hate the
Abner
commentators
Mares.
on every fucking show.
Abner Mares, you should know better. Mauro Ranallo, you've been commentating long enough. You should know better. That's frustrating. It's dumb.
Yeah, they sent someone to go check. They're like, can we get this fact checked?
They're supposed to read the rules. They read the rules before every fight.
I think the thing that they get is just the unified rules of boxing now.
Oh.
That you're supposed to have memorized.
Oh, yeah, it's like the Miranda rights here. All right, but yeah, JC Mark keeps his belt. We'll see you when we see you.
And it will be exciting.
Yeah. Also, speaking of exciting, who knew? Cuban 40, Erislandy Lara, sparks Michael Zarafa in 2. Goodness gracious, that was fun. Lara, still got it. I think I had put
Even though he's probably 50.
Right. Yeah. A Cuban 40 plus 5 at least.
Mm-hmm.
I think they said he just had his 41st birthday, so.
I said this during the fight, or like immediately after the knockout, was him aging has made him more exciting because he can't run around as much as he used to.
Yeah.
So he has to continue being. He's still a very crisp, solid counterpuncher. Still very good at that. But now he has to sit in the danger zone to make something happen.
Mm-hmm. And he made it happen, all right.
Yeah, he did. Condolences to Michael Zarafa. He had dedicated that fight to his sister, who's battling a difficult illness. So,
yeah, she flew out in between cancer treatments.
Yeah.
That was rough.
That's fucking rough. And yeah, the whole, just for as long as it lasted, when they kept showing her, she was obviously having a not good time. It was not fun for her. And it's not just her illness, it's for, I don't know who, somebody in the Discord that I was agreeing with, like we were saying, you're watching somebody that you love very much get their ass beat. Even if they're winning, you're still watching them get beat up, and there's nothing fun about that.
Yeah.
I think that was that's a lot to put a woman dealing with cancer through. All right, well, speaking of going through it, Rolando Romero loses his 140 title to Isaac Cruz. Fun. That was a beating from pillar to post. I think Rolly had a solid 90 seconds collectively of good fighting time.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, he was just looking like dog shit the whole time, getting hit a lot, getting worked to the body, and getting clocked upstairs and stanky legging all over the fucking place. I
forgot.
I don't think I've ever watched an Isaac Cruz fight, but he really does look like a little pit bull. Like his face when he's in the ring.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
He has that Kubrick stare.
Yeah.
The way he tilts his head. But I think, given his fighting style, it works to tuck his chin closer to his neck muscles, so that when he does get hit, because he does.
He eats like that.
If he eats like a dog?
No, I mean like with his chin tucked.
Oh.
He eats like his chin tucked.
Okay, I was like, goddamn. I hope not.
I forgot where I think it was on Reddit. I read a comment where it was like, Riley's a perfect example of like how low boxing IQ, but pure just like athleticism won't take you so far. Because Riley is like athletic as hell. We'll give him that, but his boxing IQ is be bad.
It's the little bit of time that he was having success. It's strange to me because why he didn't do that more. But he was using his reach, right? Like he would use his jab as like a rangefinder, a setup, like just so he would hold it out there, and it would get Cruz to commit to something, and then he would counter with a power shot. So I don't
say bang.
Angelino Cordova. Ay.
Yeah, I know. That's not like Riley's bang, bang. I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
I was like,
the bang is so childish.
I was like, am I hearing shit? I was like, I had to confirm in the Discord. I was like, does anyone else hear him just yelling bang?
Yeah, he does that. He always makes some weird sound. I think the usual sound he makes is, yeah. I think that's what it is he makes, think like a 1940s mid-Atlantic accent gangster. Meow.
Oh, no.
Meow.
See here, see?
Meow.
Oh, God, it's like Chicago over again.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's usually the sound he makes, so congratulations to Isaac Cruz. He's 25.
Young boy.
Yeah.
25.
Raleigh's young, too, though.
Yes, I think Raleigh's older than him.
I think they're the same age.
Either way, Isaac Cruz, that's a rough 25. He does. He looks a little bit older than he is.
I mean, listen, man. If I met someone and they said their nickname
not
was
like
Pitbull,
Barroso.
hey, you leave Barroso alone.
Barroso.
That's someone's grandpa.
He's also a Cuban 40.
I mean, to be fair, if I met someone and they said, "Hey, they call me Pitbull," I'd be like, hey, "You're definitely old."
You gotta be.
Like Dale Pitbull or like Gurr Pitbull.
Cruz looks that old? What do you?
No, he's not. Doesn't look that old. Just 25 was surprising.
Fair enough, I guess.
I'm trying to think of his first call-outs were. I'm trying to remember who they were. Just I remember him saying a lot that he was like I'm a new Mexican champion and I'm not going anywhere, like I'm gonna be here for a long time. So
yeah, I don't remember any specific names either though. Ryan Garcia is listed as one of the ones he called out.
Good. That's great.
Isaac Cruz would fucking eat Garcia.
Yeah, like Brian Garcia, first of all, doesn't deserve a title shot. But
no, but I would love to watch Isaac Cruz.
That would be great.
Beat his ass.
At this point, is that all we're looking for from Ryan Garcia? Is watch him suffer
more? Yes, to get his ass beat and go away.
Let me check.
Okay, so I found a article here. I don't have anything to say to Gervonta Davis, really. He can whatever he wants, but we silenced the doubters tonight. If he isn't scared, let's go for a rematch. Ryan Garcia can say whatever he wants. I'll make him eat all the trash he talks, just like I did with Raleigh.
This like
wasn't
him.
Just me. Something I accomplished thanks to the support of my family, blah, blah, blah. I think those were the two main ones he called out.
Money fights, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Devin Haney, Teofimo, and Subriel Matias are his contemporaries.
Yeah, none of those are in
his stable.
This article's summary of his post-fight interview.
Man, how good would he look against those three? Because those guys are, they're actually good.
Well, and they're a lot bigger than him.
Yeah, that too.
Cruz isn't very big.
He's 5'4".
That's pretty small.
Yes, for 140.
Like, even at super lightweight. Yes. Yeah.
Haney, insane reach. Teofimo, very mobile. Subriel Matias simply does not give a fuck about anything you do.
Matthias is a scary man. I would not fight Matthias.
More than Isaac Cruz's like Kubrick stare, like that very intense look, which yes, it has some intimidation factor. I think Subriel Matias's just nonchalant smile is a little bit scarier, knowing that he has beaten someone to death.
Yeah. Like Cruz is scary in a normal way. Matthias is scary in kind of like a serial killer way.
Yes, like yeah, like an actual person you see in a movie or on true crime podcasts or whatever. Holy shit.
Yeah, like kind of like Jeffrey Dahmer scary.
Anything more on the PBC card?
I mean, the main event.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I meant on the undercard. The PBC undercard.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was like,
Sorry, I thought you just like
no,
forgot.
I misspoke. My mind just blocked out that fucking bloodbath.
Okay, that should have been a no contest.
Yeah,
I know
agree.
it was their first fight on Amazon and everything else. There was no fucking way, as soon as you saw that cut, that you didn't know it was gonna change the fight. It happened in the second round. The doctor is an idiot, and so is the ref.
Yeah. So, okay, to get the framing, Sebastian Fundora beats Tim Tszyu by split decision to take Tim's WBO title and fill the vacant WBC title. That cut happened, what was it, like end of 3?
No, it was end of 2.
End of 2. So it was, if you didn't see it, Tim he ducked his head to move in to get under Fundora's punches, and he just ran into an elbow. It wasn't on purpose. Fundora didn't aim his elbow at him. And
total accident.
Yeah, it
happened.
It was a complete accident. Now, that was bleeding profusely the entire time. Fundora, like round 2 or 3, he got his nose and something else busted in his face, and he was bleeding profusely from his nose and mouth.
The entire fight. Like, I think that happened I think that happened in the first round. I think he was bleeding like that before Tszyu's cut.
It was rough. It was a bloody mess. It was difficult to watch for me. Just bad experiences.
It was a gross amount of blood.
It was extremely graphic.
Should have been stopped.
Even so, sorry, Leo, but this one really pisses me off. The doctor looked at it and was like, he can fight. And clearly it was going to run in his eyes. And your head bleeds so much.
Yeah, that's...
And they had a whole round of watching him wipe blood out of his eyes, right? Because you can call a no contest before the end of the 4th round.
Right.
So the whole 3rd round, they watched him wipe blood out of his eyes, watched how much that cut was affecting this fight, and the whole 4th, and they didn't stop it. And Tim Tszyu got fucked by an accidental cut. And everybody got a shitty fight because it wasn't shitty. It was still exciting. But it wasn't the fight it should have been because Tim Tszyu couldn't see.
Yeah, that's a lot. That was pretty much the consensus afterwards, was that the handicapped Tim Tszyu lost. Yes, that's fine. But he shouldn't have had to fight with a handicap.
No, and
he was beating Fundora pretty bad.
Yeah, everyone online's like, well, he could have said he just couldn't see. Boxers never do that.
Right, that's what the corner is for.
Or the doctor.
Right. That's what the doctor's there to, with your medical professional experience and knowledge, you're supposed to say, like, this is too much. We can't keep doing this.
Well, and the amount of blood he lost, I am honestly surprised he didn't pass out. Like,
yeah,
it was gross. But I do have a theoretical for you guys. Do you think if Tim Tszyu had hair, it would have been different?
Probably not.
No.
No, it was just sharp elbow.
Yeah, no, I don't mean that, but I think the hair would have soaked up some of the blood.
Yeah, it wouldn't have. It would have
maybe
been
helped
better.
it not stream right down into his face.
I think it would have helped for like a round or two.
Yeah, it would have given him an extra round.
Fair enough. I
don't think it would have made like much of a difference, really.
Yeah,
it's a good point though.
Yeah, it is a good one.
Yeah, that cut was too big for it to make a difference, but that was gross.
Oh, we'll see the rematch what happens.
If it happens, because something that they were reticent to mention was the rematch clause that does exist, but even Tim in the post-fight conference didn't really mention it. So I don't know, but both of them, what was nice to see is that they were both good sports about it. Like Fundora wasn't making it out to be some like amazing rabbit out of a hat. Like he acknowledged like, yeah, the blood helped me, but like they wanted to keep going, so we did.
Yeah,
that's his choice. I can't make it for him. I think somebody mentioned, I didn't hear it myself, but when the doctor said it was okay to keep going, that I remember the doctor saying, it can go for a little while. It can go on for a little while, but someone said that they had asked Tim and his team, like, do you really want to keep going? Because this is bad. This is gonna get worse. And they elected to keep going.
Yeah, I still think that doctor should have stopped it.
He should have pulled the plug.
I don't think it should not have been up to Tim Zhu and his team to say, we don't want to fight.
Right. At the, I don't know, you want to give the fans a fucking show, then let them finish round 3, that's where you see all the fucking blood. Let them go through round 4 and then just say, pull the plug there.
See, I wanted a no contest, is what I wanted. I don't think you let it go to the end of round 4 and then declare the judge's decision as soon as it becomes like an official fight. That was that is exactly what a no contest is for. An accidental clash that causes a cut that alters the fight. I don't know. I agree that is a perfect example of a no contest to
That's
me.
what no contest is for. You're absolutely right. Even if they had stopped it at any other point, like pretty much up to, well, I don't know. I want to say to like round 8, maybe 9. But if the doctor had called it then, I think Tim would have still pulled it out.
Yeah, like Tim Zhu was still very competitive with blood streaming down his face.
Yeah, he was doing really well.
It was crazy.
But fuck yeah,
It was a spectacle. The pictures are fucking disgusting. I've been sending pictures to all my casual friends. Like, you guys missed a banger.
Yeah, overall that was a fantastic card.
Yeah, even the Julio Cesar Martinez fight, he cut on both eyes. There was a lot of blood in that fight too.
That's right, I forgot about that. So Fundora, they pulled Errol Spence into the ring, and that doesn't happen unless the management, promotion, whoever is already, the wheels are already in motion. They don't do that kind of thing if it's not already in play. So
yeah,
Errol Spence versus Fundora, make peace with it. It's probably going to happen next. Samson said in the post-fight conference that Errol Spence might not be the fight everybody wants. It's still a good one. So my job is to maximize my fighter's income. That's my job. So yeah, I mean, Fundora would be stupid to not take the Spence payday. Absolutely. I'm not mad at him, but only thing is that Terrence Crawford is the mandatory for the WBO title, and Bohachuk is the mandatory for the WBC title. Both of which are awesome fights. So it's just a payday. Yeah, both of which are great fights, but yeah, Spence is far more lucrative. Yeah. So that's probably next. So how do you think that goes? I think Spence, even though he's not what he used to be, just picks Fundora apart.
Spence definitely takes it.
Yeah, he's not what he used to be, but it's still enough to beat Fundora.
I think so.
Yeah.
Tim Zhu, if he could see, would have, I think, beat the shit out of Fundora the rest of that fight.
He had been already up to the cut, even with the first 2 rounds after the cut.
Yeah.
He was still having a lot of success.
I think Tim Zhu's good, but I think Spence is probably just as fast and accurate still.
We'll have to see how he's recovered mentally.
Yeah.
From his loss to Bud.
That was a beating too.
In the post-fight, when asked about that, the mandatory situation, he said Fundora himself said that Bud is the best fighter in the world. He emphasized he's the best fighter on earth. I absolutely want to fight him. So I believe him. I really do. I think Sebastian Fundora is a good guy. Just overall, he's just a good person. I don't think when he says he wants to take the challenge of fighting someone like Terrence Crawford, I think he means it. I don't think it's just talk. Same with like Tim.
And he looks like such a nerd with his glasses on.
What's funny, I don't know if he still does it, but a while back, when I followed him on Instagram, he used to post like videos of him playing Yu-Gi-Oh with his friends on weekends. Nice. It was so funny. Like, man, you really are you're just the guy, man. That's great.
Yeah, love it.
Just a guy being a dude.
Yeah, just the boys playing Yu-Gi-Oh. That was a lot of fun.
The boys being guys.
Yu-Gi-Oh is the nerdiest of the nerdy. I think the only thing that is maybe worse is Beyblades.
Whoa, you leave Beyblades alone.
Oh no, I fucking love Beyblades, and the amount of engineering that goes into them. Yeah. I actually went down a huge rabbit hole about the specialized Beyblades. So cool.
Beyblades get intense. You throw in a few drinks, a couple of dollars in there, it gets serious.
Yeah, and there's like on Instagram, somebody put matches on the end of one and like lighter tape on the others, and then they'd light up every time they hit. It was great.
Oh, man.
Pretty sure there's like an underground like Beyblade league too.
I'm sure there is a league.
And I want to bet on it.
I know.
I want to start bets down.
The spin stealers have been banned, even in the underground ones. Everybody hates them.
All right, so Tim, what does he do now? Obviously, got to take some time to let that cut heal, but
yeah, I think I read that he ended up with like 12 stitches or something.
Ew, that just sounds terrible.
Ew, on your forehead too.
Yeah, I remember somebody in chat Robbie had said like this. It's a cosmetic injury. And someone was like, "Oh, do you see all that blood? How's that cosmetic?" Like, well, that's the fucking point of cosmetic. Is it looks way worse than it really is. Just because that's a spot that bleeds a lot, obviously.
Oh, I have never heard cosmetic used in that context. I would have misunderstood as well. Yeah, cosmetic to me is just like something that
superficial.
Yeah,
wounds.
I don't think that was really superficial, though. That was a lot of blood.
Absolutely not. Those are the spots that like wrestlers cut themselves to make themselves bleed a lot.
Yeah. Cosmetic to me is like sometimes you'll see the guys that get the little cut on their cheek below their eye.
Oh, yeah.
That's like totally not in play for the fight. It just kind of looks cool. I don't know.
All right. So who is available for him?
I mean, he could fight Boachuk.
He could.
I think that would be pretty fun.
It would be very good.
Also, it sounds really mean, but I'm kind of glad Keith Thurman got injured.
Yeah.
The rearranging of this card was excellent.
Yeah, I agree. It worked out for the best. I don't know if Keith is still needs to be here. Madrimov has the WBA title.
I like Madrimov.
Yeah, he was good on the Day of Reckoning or whatever. Jermel still has the WBA, the super title, but I don't know. I would like to see that consolidated. Oh man, there's a lot of options for Tim. I hope he doesn't get relegated, back to Australia and just being stuck there, because he's really good.
I don't think they will. He's got a big name.
Yeah.
And after a fight like this, everybody's going to hear his name, because anyone who remotely watches boxing is doing like me and sending pictures to all their friends.
Anything more?
I told my brother to pay for this card, and he's like, I don't know. If you can't watch it, because I can't stream it from here if he buys it on the satellite dish. He's like, I don't think so, because we usually split the price. And I sent him pictures, and I was like, you missed out, man.
Yeah.
Should have done it.
Anything more? Because I unfortunately have to split. This dude got hit earlier than I thought.
I'm about to order my DoorDash too.
The boxer card that was on the 31st.
Yeah. So if you guys pop open chat, I sent you an article with pictures. So I'll admit I didn't watch the whole card. So if you want to do the bottom up, I can't really help with anything. But
where's the chat? Oh, here it is.
No, yeah, just for the sake of reading them out. Ben Whitaker, who you may have seen on Instagram or something, doing funny moves. He gets the referee decision over Leon Willings. Alan Babich, the All's favorite, stops Steve Robinson in 6. Callum Simpson.
I do like Babic. He also lost his last fight, so I'm glad to see he's back.
Callum Simpson stops Dula Mbabe in 4. Vidal Riley's decision over Mikhail Lawal. Chris Congo, Florian Marcoux. Congo gets the UD. Heavyweights, Fabio Wardley, split draw over Fraser Clark.
Oh, wow,
Fun.
Yeah, so I don't like heavyweight boxing because I think it's slow and boring, as everybody who listens knows. But this one was actually exciting. There were lots of punches thrown, and Wardley got his nose just erased off his face. It got broke in the first round and just beaten flat for the rest of the fight. But
that looks pretty rough.
Yeah, and it's not as bad in pictures as it looks while they're moving around, because the blood covers it really bad. Anyways, definitely worth watching if you missed it. My friend from London messaged me, and she never does that, and she's like, you have to watch it. It was a British classic, so whatever that means. Yeah. But it was pretty fun. Well worth a watch. And I think a draw is probably the right decision, but Clark had a point deduction for low blows. I don't remember what round, and it lost him the fight.
Oh.
Yeah. Clark got a knockdown earlier, and then had points deducted for the low blows. I don't know. I don't think they were intentional, but he did get warned twice in one round, and then another one strayed low. So I'm not mad about the deduction. It's just too bad that it changed the outcome of the fight.
Yeah, that and into a draw too. That's even more dissatisfying.
Yeah, but definitely worth a watch. It was on YouTube last night. I don't know if it's been taken down, but.
Hey, thanks again for listening. This one ended up going a little longer than I thought it would. So I'll have this come out individually, and then I'll put all the previews into an episode that releases later in the week. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, 833 Lux Pods, call or text, whichever you prefer. If you want your audio cut in, you call and leave a voicemail. If not, LVX Media Net is the social media handles everywhere. If you can't find it, we're not on it. And if you want to check out other shit we're getting up to, lvxmedia.net. That's the site. There's a pretty sweet boxing calendar on there, MMA calendar, if you are of the persuasion. So, that's going to do it. Thanks for listening.